So, hello, Libra, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be giving the readings for you today. This is for Libra and those with strong or significant Libran placements in their charts. All right, the first half of my month of July was on vacation, and then when I came back from vacation, I had a whole bunch of life shifts that were very unanticipated going on, and so these readings are very much coming with a lot of hindsight attached to them for you to help you understand what July was truly about and how to utilize it moving forward, right, in your highest good. For those of you not familiar with me or the channel and are new, I do not sugarcoat my messages. I have no filter. I'm a very raw, read how I read kind of person. Anything can come out of my mouth at any time. I'm very aware of this. So respectfully, I always give you the opportunity to sign off now if you have kids around or you just don't appreciate those kinds of messages, okay? You can sign off now. Otherwise, we are getting into these July messages for Libra. All right, Libra and strong Libran energy. Spirit, please, what was or is the theme or purpose of Libra's July? What is the theme or purpose of Libra's July? To be fair. Oh, how fitting. To be fair. Card number 38 is a self-mastery number. It is 3 and 8, which breaks down to the 11. This is a number of ascension and abundance. Libra. I think you know when something smells like shit and looks like shit, it's because it is. I think you also know when something looks like an opportunity and smells like an opportunity, it is an opportunity. Okay. I feel as if you have, especially with the owl on top of your head, a certain amount of divine information, divine wisdom coming in that is yours to help you complete understanding the difference. Because I think that maybe you've experienced so much shit in your past that you know when something is not that. You know when something is not that. You've experienced enough shit to know that whatever is going on in front of you or whoever is in front of you is not the same. It is not the same as the shit that you've experienced. Okay? I think you're aware of when your intuition has kind of guided you, know when you resisted it or tried to force something or did things that you didn't necessarily feel guided and soul to do, but you felt it was the right thing or you felt pressure. Did it anyway and things went to shit. And I think you're very well aware of the fact that what's in front of you now or who is in front of you now is not that, right? They are opportunity that your soul is guiding you to or through, and it is not the same shit that you've experienced before. So what does your July look like? Spirit, if you would be so kind to give me 4 cards to understand the week by week of what Virgo's July has looked like. Libra's July has looked like. I just got done, Virgo. Libra's July has looked like. What has July looked like for Libra? It might be important if you're a Virgo cusp, right? Virgo, Libra cusp. Might want to watch Virgo. What does Libra's July look like? Please. Libra and strong Libran energy. Sacral chakra healing at the beginning of the month. All that you create, all that you are capable of creating. I'm feeling huge light. You know that you're capable of creating great joy at the very beginning of the month, first week of the month. You might experience that, an extreme level of joy coupled with a small tinge of guilt, right? Because the sacral chakra can also be linked to guilt, right? The guilt for creating such joy, especially if you care about other people, right? But there's a huge creation of joy. It is what you're capable of creating, that kind of elevated, super high bliss state energy, okay? You know, you're very aware of that. That if you, Libra, want to create an incredible experience, you know you can. And then we get darkest fears and finding balance. Again, balance energy. Especially Libra masculine. The darkest fear, you know what your fear is. It could be afraid of your life changing. It could be afraid of your life not changing. It could be a mix of the two, right? Getting so content that you forget that life is about shift. You can be content with the shit that you've had to deal with. You can be content in the joy that you've been able to create. And yet you're being faced with something that challenges the contentment, right? Facing your fear, which could very much be change and having to find balance. Come the third week of July, having to integrate things or alchemize new, right? Having to integrate or alchemize new. Because you're not just creating joy anymore. You're giving and receiving joy at the end of the month. You're going from a place of creation. Gotta trust, Libra. This you are in divine alignment, right? Believe you can succeed and you will, right? Believing is succeeding. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Right? Famous Henry Ford quote. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. You're not just the creator of joy anymore. You're going to be the receiver of joy, darling. Right? You're going to be the receiver of joy. It's not just about the joy you can create, it's about the joy you can receive. That's what July is about. You might actually be afraid of receiving joy, true joy from your experience, because it's fair. And maybe you've only had shit on your plate and shit that you've dealt with for a long time. And whenever life is great, something happens that ruins it. You create this great experience and then something happens that ruins it. And Spirit's trying to help you understand that you can trust this moving forward, that something is blossoming. Well-deserved. Something is blossoming. Trust. Something is blossoming that's well-deserved. Look at the keywords on the bottom of these cards. You know it. You know it. You can see it unfolding. Success and growth. You deserve the alchemy. You deserve the alchemy. You deserve the inner union made manifest. You deserve the happy reality. You've created so much joy, so much for other people to be grateful for, that Spirit is like, yo, Libra, can I pay you back now? You've created so much joy for others, so much for them to be grateful for. Whether they were, my throat's going crazy, whether they were grateful for it at the time or not. You've created so much for people to be grateful for while you were dealing with shit and eating shit, that you would still choose to create joy, still choose to create beautiful experiences. Spirit's like, hey, Libra, you ready? You ready for the scales to balance? Because now it's time for you to receive. Receive truth, receive love, receive that confidence and courage, receive that divine connection that you feel to spirit, that you would feel eternally grateful. Gratis eternum. That you would feel eternally grateful. Because what comes around literally does go around. And what goes around comes back around. What you've put out is coming back, Libra. Life might be shifting. Life might be changing. But I'm here today to tell you, it is all blessed changes. All good changes. You deserve, Libra. You deserve, Libra. More than you realize. More than you realize. You have given more than you realize. If you're catching this, truly in divine time whenever you're meant to catch it. The universe has seen how much you've given and how much you've been shit on, and it sees you continue to give. The universe sees you giving and giving and giving, creating and creating and creating for everybody else. You're being asked to receive now. Receive the joy you've given back in return. Receive the experiences that you would hold eternal gratitude for back in return. It's okay if you want to cry and break down. And look up at whatever is above you and say thank you. Just say thank you. It's just that time where the shit stops hitting the fan and you get to feel blessed. You get to feel blessed for all that you've given, all the blessings that you've given, all the love that you've given, all the joy that you've created, whether you realized it or not, whether people were grateful for you or not. Whether people took your love seriously or not. Your love was seriously given. And it's seriously being returned. I'm actually going to pull from my Kuan Yin deck for you. As vibratory guidance and inspiration, right? Whatever you need moving forward. Accepting your state of being that is eternal gratitude. Immortal treasures. Immortal treasures. Orchid priestess of destiny. in the many hands of the goddess. Kuan Yin is the goddess with 1,000 arms and 1,000 hands with an eye in each one. She is the all-seeing. She is the forgiving, the merciful, and the compassionate. I think the universe is truly asking you to show some mercy for yourself, because you're in a reality where someone sees your heart for what it is. Someone sees your soul for what it is. Maybe someone who's been praying for you on your behalf, calling it in, calling in this energy of the immortal treasures. So let me read this for you. Let me read this for you. It says, you carry within you precious, immortal treasures, beloved. They exist beyond life and death, belonging to the celestial heavenly realms of the divine presence within you. Kuan Yin now guides you to honor these treasures, the gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer, beloved, that all you've given is not wasted. You've been a healer, Libra. Whether formally or informally, your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer in whatever way, usual or highly unusual, that this is unfolding for you now. Each soul is unique and precious in its own way, and certain souls have the light of healing. Yours is one such soul. Your presence on this planet brings light and hope to others, sometimes in ways you don't even consciously recognize. Kuan Yin is with you, guiding you to be open to perceiving and utilizing the immortal treasures that lay within you, the beautiful light and gifts of your own divine soul. Remember to take good care of yourself too. An empty cup can't fill another. It is better to allow your inner cup to be spiritually filled and emotionally and physically replenished through balance. A bit of indulgence balanced with loving discipline and boundaries that make you feel safe and secure within. To find the right way to care for yourself, explore what might work for you. There could be many things: yoga, meditation, or allowing someone else to love you. Your healing ability Your healing ability will find new levels of power and strength through your exploration of self-care. The immortal treasures of the soul are to be shared with loving respect of your own self as well as for others. This oracle can also indicate that it is helpful for you to explore healing of an issue that you have been dealing with and is yet to be resolved. You may also benefit, if you feel so inclined, from a healing with another. Trust your intuition and allow yourself to honor your own special light and the need that you might have for receiving healing just for you at this time. Kuan Yin will help you find your way. You are allowed to be loved back, Libra, in the way you love other people. You love other people so much and see their soul in such a way. You know the healing that they need. You know the love that they need because you've been through the shit, and you recognize people that are going through the shit and you love them. You love them through the shit, and sometimes their shit is so deep and so thick and so in their eyes that they can't see the beauty of what you're actually doing, loving them. But that doesn't mean, and it doesn't negate the love you're giving. all that you've given, all the love that you've put out there to the people who didn't recognize it or feel they deserved it and pushed it away. It didn't go unseen. It wasn't wasted. It wasn't wasted. Whatever you gave at the time to whoever you gave it to is because your heart and soul told you to give it. Even if it was shitty for you. Even if it was shitty for you. Dealing with other people's shit, taking on other people's shit. Trying to help people heal out of their shit. That it became shitty for you. Especially if they didn't see it for what it was. If they didn't see your soul and recognize it for what it was. The universe is returning to you now your worth. Love and take care of yourself. Know that it's okay to detach from the shit of other people when you need to. And know that you can find reprieve. That you can find rest in the arms of people who treasure you. Who see you for the treasure you are. You're allowed to be loved in return. Wholly and fully. Now, I'm not just talking about partners. You could be loved by strangers. You could be loved by family. You could be loved by friends. You could be loved by new people in your life. Whatever their position is. It's 2:22 on my timer. Whatever their position is. You're allowed to receive in return all that you've given. You're meant to. I don't think you've really got a choice right now, Libra. Spirit's gonna love you. Spirit's gonna love you. Be super grateful for people in your life that see you, value you, treasure you, care about you, are grateful to you. That spirit returning your worth. Because that's what you see and give to other people. You see that they're lovable. You see that they've been up shit's creek for a while. You give them the best of you, and spirit's returning to you people that do the same for you. It's giving you people that do the same for you. It's your destiny to be loved, Libra. That's your fucking destiny. Whether it's someone new who gets, or someone old who gets their head out of their ass, or someone new who has gotten their head out of their ass already, so you don't have to try and help them do it. You're meant to be loved, Libra. Wholly and fully, to be fair. I hope that helps. I hope that helps you understand your July. You created mass joy, especially at the beginning of the month. Just know whatever changes are taking place, it's to help return that amount of joy to you. Only the spirit has a way of one-upping us. So whatever you've given, expect it back tenfold. Especially permanently. especially permanent joy. Because it definitely has this feel to it. Things having to balance. Things having to integrate and shift and change because you're worthy of receiving some kind of level of joy that you might not realize you deserve. You might have those moments where you're like, what did I do to deserve this? It's beautiful. Well, Libra, your soul's been beautiful for a hot minute. Just because other people didn't see it doesn't mean it wasn't. It just means they were blinded by shit. Didn't make you less pretty. Didn't make your soul less pretty. So, until next time, guys, this is Divine Rebel Racey signing out. Love each other. Most importantly, love yourselves, including letting yourselves be loved. Bye, everybody.